Hi, we're going to do an exercise called Unconducted Story. We're going to get a suggestion of a story that's never been told, and we'll start with once upon a time, and we're, as a group, going to figure out when the story is over by somebody confidently saying the end. So our job is to tell the story one person at a time, cutting each other off, mirroring any physical or vocal choices that come up along the way, and we're going to listen really hard so that the story is continuous and makes sense, but we don't know the order that we're going to talk, so we've got to listen and confidently cut each other off line by line. So let's get started with a suggestion of a story title, of a story that's never been told.
The Family Game Night Disaster.
The Family Game Night Disaster. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful family that lived in the middle of Ohio. They all loved each other very much.
They also loved to play games together, to spend time with each other, quality time. They would go outside, they would stay in on a rainy day. They loved to spend time with each other. And this was a night, but it was a rainy night. And their dad brought home a board game of well-known renown called Monopoly.
And Monopoly was very, very interesting to them. They all were always a little nervous when they played it because this family was also highly competitive. And they got scared and they wanted to make sure that nothing would change at the end of this game.
So they wrote a pact that they all signed that said, whatever happens, I will not get angry at my family members. Dad signed it, Mom signed it,
Little Susie signed it, Big Timmy signed it, just like a good old Ohio family with 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. They all signed it.
They all signed it.
Everything was going so well until Big Timmy's hotel.
Got placed on Boardwalk. Of all places,
Oh.
Boardwalk.
Of all places, Boardwalk, said Dad. Why would you put it on Boardwalk? And Dad said, you know, I love Boardwalk. That's where I want to live if I were in Monopoly.
And Timmy's mother screamed out,
You know that's where your father wanted to live!
and Timmy didn't back down. He said, listen to me, old man. It's my boardwalk now, isn't it?
You own the utilities. Don't try to come in and take my boardwalk, Dad. Take the utilities and these railroads and be happy with it.
Little Susie was sobbing uncontrollably. She started to beg, Timmy, Dad, please, can we just have like one good family night? Just one good family night.
And Dad said, no! And he slapped the board off the table.
It caught on fire.
And one of the cars hit little Susie in the eye. And little Susie's eye began to pop up and she's wailing in pain. Why, Daddy? Why, Dad? Why would you do that?
And the board, it was on fire. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed that the board was
And
on
it
fire.
burned through all of the power lines outside so no one could call for help. The entire block had no energy. The house was burning down.
The Browns had no energy.
The Joneses had no energy.
The Smiths had no energy.
And Mom, the whole while, sobbed.
This is a disaster.
The